Hello. Let me see if we're live. Andy's a little late today, so I thought I'd start the room just in case people were looking for us. One moment. All right, cool. All right, I see people filing in. We'll wait for Andy. He was having a hard time getting configured here. I don't know if you were here yesterday, but I told you guys if the game broke above that line, I was going to buy some, and I did. I'm long. So there was some news on DJT, but it's trying to bounce again today. Again, we're just waiting for Andy, but I mean, I'm holding the fort here. If anybody has a question, go for it. I don't mind. Oh, Andy said he's all set. He's going to be coming in any moment. So if you're here for the Andy show, we'll be right with you. That's that sound Barry's always talking about.
All right.
You hear me?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yep. All right. Yeah. Add your desktop and add your
Let me present. Yeah, I don't know what was happening. Let's see. Share screen.
reboot helped.
Okay, we good?
There you go. You're good.
All right. So we have to keep this up, I guess, till it for chat. Is it chatting
No,
here?
no. What I use is just the YouTube, the YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. We still do. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
You're live on the regular YouTube, and you
let
can
me
see
pull
people
that
are
up.
starting to
Okay.
file in now. So
All right. Let me do that. All right, Steve. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
yeah.
Bye bye. All right, guys. Let me get this chat popped out so I can see your questions. Sorry about that. Yeah, we had a snafu with StreamYard, man. I lost my minimize in my browser and it got stuck. All right. Can you hear me fine out there? Let me take off the. Oh, thanks, Trader 77. Appreciate it. Take off my pre-markets. All right. Hope everybody's doing good, finding some opportunity out there. Yeah, yeah, I have to work a little overtime. Well, I got stuck in a chat first of all, right up to the bell, and then uh yeah, then I had to go get me, I've been sitting here for like 3 hours, man. So I had to go pee and get me a drink of water so I could talk. But anyway, man, and not having I had a really good day yesterday because I held China's just been acting a fool. Look at that breakout yesterday, and then today it's right back down here. So I am loaded up on KWeb for a bounce. But yeah, I'm gonna have to put China aside. It's just too nasty to be up almost 7% yesterday and down 7% today. It's like, oh my gosh. But I am pretty loaded up on KWeb for a bounce. But other than that, let's see, rum. Uh, Bought this morning at 70, so and having a nice one in that. But uh, stupid Mara got me again. That thing, I'm just going to give up on it. It was setting in a. I mean, I didn't lose that bad because I took profits, but look at that nasty thing. Setting up for a nice go, pause, go. Just ugly. But I miss my AAIOI, my top pick in my. I just gonna have to start putting buy stops in the morning because you start managing all your positions and you miss your good calls. What a monster move that was. Oh, you didn't have to retract that message, Trader 77. I knew you were kidding. If A frame's gonna bounce off this 50 down here. Excuse me for 1 second here. Just got to get my broker up just in case I gotta. I'm tempted to play some of that A frame for a bounce because it was trading. If it gets back above this 44, I may have to play that for a bounce. I think it may have gotten its target there. After yesterday, after the earnings announcement, it sold off hard. Then it bounced back to basically flat, and here it is. So I'm just going to stick an alert there if it wants to get back above that moving average. Yes. So as far as zooming in and out on the charts, you just hold the control key down, right, and then just use your pinwheel on your mouse. That should do it. Let me know if it doesn't, and if you're on the browser charts, there is one other way to do it down there on that one, but that should work for you. Oh, you're on a Windows machine? Yeah, that's kind of those are kind of quirky. Probably what I'd recommend is just go to a. Are you using the uh, browser charts? If you right click, take a look and see if the use browser interface is okay. So probably what you want to do, you don't see at the very bottom a little plus and a minus sign? That's probably what you're going to have to do if you're on the browser. And if you don't see it, I'm going to show you what to do so you will see it. Okay. So here's what you want to do. Let's see if I can remember this. You want to go to Tools, Options, go down here to where it says Charts, and you want to make sure the zoom and scroll controls is checked. This bottom box down here. You do that, you might have to reconnect to make sure it goes through. But if you do that and hit save, you should be able to get the what. Now you have to hover and get them. You should be able to hover and be able to do it that way. Let me know if that doesn't work. Yeah, do that and probably restart. You may be able to reconnect. Just go to account and hit reset connection. But probably just to be safe, it's probably best to restart. I know if you're working inside Parallels, some of the things are kind of a little bit funky. Let me check some of these other. See, Baidu's trying to bounce. Well, DJT is coming through, hitting highs. Hopefully that'll take my ROM. XPav is something that's holding up good. What's Neo doing? Neo's not. Well, XPav is really, really holding up well. Lee's not. I'm gonna take mine back off because it'll start messing up my computer if you sometimes if you change them while you're up. All right, let's take a look at if I popped. Why did my alert move down? Huh. Huge move in the market for basically what 4 days now. I would quite well. You think there'd be a breath at some point, but who knows? Who knows? There's no resistance when you're at all time highs. There's no resistance. I had a great trade on Lunar, and I scalped it all yesterday. When it hit this level yesterday, I just went ahead and took my profits because I was actually bought it on this day and then added to it on this day. It was my best trade yesterday. Of course, my China stocks are trying to give it all back. Did I catch Costco today? Let's take a look. I did not. What a move. It's funny, to tell you how things are, overvalued than what they used to be forever. Costco traded all the way till 2019. I heard this the other day. Traded for basically a 20 PE. That's where, typically those kind of stocks, will trade. They don't really typically trade like technology stocks. And now, I mean, since 2019, it trades around, a 54%. Now it could be that the growth, the international growth or whatever. I have no idea, but it's just crazy. It had something that traded around a 20 PE its whole life, and then all of a sudden, okay, we're gonna start trading at over a 50 PE. But doesn't matter. Price pays. What a move, Shashi. That was an impressive move. Nice breakout right to that level. Not even earnings either. See, this tells me, man, this market's getting way, way long in the tooth. But it could get longer. High bit getting a bounce now. Yeah, I'm giving up on you, Mara. I'll just set my alerts up there and wait for you to break out. You're possible. There's the SPY, Shashi, and it just keeps wanting to go higher. Well, yeah, I mean, the way I trade, I look for setups, and yeah, you would never catch me for a swing trade, chasing something like this. What I would do would be, potentially put a little price alert from the prior breakout, and that's probably where your, moving averages would also maybe be creeping up. So that's what I would look for, maybe a pull back to the prior breakout level. If you're day trading, that's a different thing. You maybe a day trader might want to take it right now and see if it's going to explode back through highs. Oh, can you guys not hear me? Okay, David hears me. Thank you, David. You notice Apple. Here's what to look for, because Apple really hadn't been doing a whole lot, right? This whole move, Apple's basically done nothing. Had a little move yesterday, but nowhere near all-time highs. So watch what happens, when we do start selling off. This is what'll happen. Apple will just sit here. It's kind of like the uh, defender of a sell-off. What'll happen is when the market starts maybe getting hit, the spies and other technology starts selling off, profit taking. Actually, look at this technology today. It's not. It's everything's down. AMD's down, Nvidia's down, Google's down, and now we rotated into utilities and uh, real estate, which it's kind of what you get. Okay. So, yeah, keep an eye on that because it's funny. It's like when technology was running yesterday, financials are really weak. So there's definitely like a rotation. If you're a day trader, especially if you're trading, bigger cap stuff, it's good to keep an eye on what's moving and what's not. Because if you're playing, technology today, you're Nvidia and things like that, you're probably not seeing a whole lot. No, you can't speak, Sashi. You can just use the chat there, and then of course I can speak and answer any question that you might have. You're welcome. Taking a look, AMD. There's a lot of scare to sell. Nope. Yeah, A-frame kind of got slapped down. See, Donkey Kong, you could have picked that up real cheap. That got hit hard when earnings first came out. But look at this. If you chased it, now it's just rolling over. It's just some nasty stuff out there. And I'm gonna have to. This thing goes back to lows. I'm gonna have to get out some. I just know the way these Chinas trade. They'll hit them and they'll hit them, and then all of a sudden they'll get a decent bounce. But boy, they've been tough lately. Like I said yesterday, uh, after the or this day right here, it gapped down. So it was after the election, and everybody, I think, I'm sure, was thinking, oh, Trump's going to hit them with tariffs. So it got hit pretty hard in pre-market, and I'm thinking, yeah, I don't know if that's going to have that big of an impact. A lot of these companies, especially the internet stocks and things like that, they do most of their business in China. So I loaded up and then had a nice move that day, and then of course got a really nice gap up. And so yesterday I had a really good, but I've given about half of it back today, and it's stupid. Luckily, I sold a lot of it in pre-market, but being stupid here. Well, maybe not in K-Web. I still feel like it can bounce. It's sitting on support down here. So, good lord, if the thing wants to go down to, yeah, I'll be out if it goes to lows. You, an ugly day after earnings. Pinterest, an ugly day after earnings. What are some of these stocks that had? No, I don't have Costco on my list. Okay, this don't my only list is stocks that I'm looking for setups. Now Costco probably didn't make that list just because of the move yesterday. Now it was quite. I have to go back and check, but there's a really good chance it was on it the prior day right here in one of my scans because that's the kind of setups I look for. I don't remember seeing it, but that would have been where I would love to have seen it right there after that bottoming tail and then bouncing up. Yeah, but it wasn't on my list today. Doesn't mean it wasn't a good setup because it's breaking out of all time highs. But uh, yeah, a lot of stocks in my list are going to be looking at setups like this where you have a wedge, and I wish I would have seen that yesterday because probably would have. Okay, spies tried to push through highs and then got a little tired. Okay, you might need to go to help and then about and tell me what version that you see there. And I hope it's not a feature that's only available on my developmental version. This RMD was on my list, so that was a beautiful setup, and I'm sure it's got a big spread on it. But there you go. There's a beautiful setup there that was on my list this morning, and I mentioned it in my video. Just a beautiful setup there, and probably there's no resistance now to basically 260. Now, Verb was on my list as well, but it never triggered. That's one you want to watch if it gets above, the 680 level. Never triggered on that one. Mara, even though traded it like a dummy, and but really it never hit the trigger, which was 1961. But the AALI, that was the one I'm regretting not catching. All right, I'm gonna put an alert up here. So I want to know if that thing gets back above that 32. Or just some nasty. See, that's the one I held and luckily got out in pre-market. They were all looking good yesterday. BT. I'm gonna start leaving Mara alone and start trading BT and BTDR was on the list today, but that's a nasty move. BT is probably that one, and Riot is probably the best two. Yes, if you go to I'm afraid to butcher your name. I'm going to call you Indy. uh, if you go to the trade ideas and go to download, okay, more than likely you're on 5.688. You want to download the beta version. Thank you, Pepe. I appreciate it. If you download the beta version, you should probably have that option there. Wow, look at that DYXE. Good night. You're welcome. You're welcome. No, that's what we're here for. This ROM can get through 6, and I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't. I mean, there's no resistance for a while. Let's see what happens. DJT is moving higher again. Decent short float on that one too. Well, Peloton just coming up out of the. You know, if this bad boy pulls back to this level right here, I may have to nibble. Okay, Rum got through the 98. And that is the 10-period moving average, which was at 97. There's you went down and hits 50. Their earnings I didn't think were that bad, but they're still losing money. Interesting AI there if it gets back above 27. Gosh, Upstart going back to highs. Good Lord. Some short squeezes today at AAOI, Upstart. It's ugly pins. All right, guys, it is the top of the hour. I'm sure a lot of you guys want to get back to Barry's room Friday afternoon. I don't know how much more alpha this market's gonna beta is gonna provide, but anyway, yeah, I could stay some extra time here, but I don't think there's a whole lot going on. So I'm gonna be signing off because Barry always likes us to know, when we sign off. So let me see. Maybe I should tell him first. Ah, thank you, work one, and y'all have a great weekend. Have a great weekend, and we'll do it again next week. And yeah, don't forget we do this every day, Monday through Friday, at 12 Eastern time. So this is a place to come. Indy, I'm not sure if you're still in here, but I hope you got that beta version and everything's working for you. If not, just send us an email or come into our chat online, and we can maybe help you get that worked out. Thank you, Trader 77. I appreciate you. Uh, all right, guys, y'all have a good one, and I'm gonna call it a day. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.